you ever had any interaction? I mean, you don't have to answer this. Have you ever had any interaction with Shawn Michaels that's made you think, what a like, because they say, he was really, and he'll say it, he's said it, that,
Mhm.
90s Shawn Michaels was just unbearable.
Mhm.
Then he comes back born again, right? My mate Todd is the biggest HBK fan, right? And he even says, like, he's an asshole, but he's great, right? And he says there's no way when he came back, the new Shawn Michaels, there is no way in hell that there weren't lots of traits of the old Shawn Michaels. And he says that, like, I'm sure Shawn Michaels will even agree with that. Have you ever been in his presence, ever experienced or seen where you're like, ah, I mean, you don't have to answer
So
that, maybe.
he is hands down the best worker that I've ever been in the ring with.
Mm-hmm.
He was phenomenal. Like, loved my matches with him. Fucking hated his guts behind the scenes. Like, and I would always think, like, he would go, he'd go to church on Sunday and sorry God, sorry for all the fucked up shit and all the people that I buried all week long, and God would go like, "You're forgiven, it's
Uh-huh.
okay," and then okay, back to burying people, and then like all week long he'd bury people, and then go to church and sorry God, I'm sorry I fucked up.
A great impression.
Just like, I had an experience with him one time, but again, awesome, like the best. And he's a different person now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming. I had experience with him one time. We were on Raw, and we had a 3-segment match, and we already kind of had a little bit of a, like he would go to chop me. This is something that when I was on SmackDown, Taker said, "You have a certain way of selling." Like Taker would go to grab me, and I would fucking grab the bottom rope, and I would hold on to it,
Mm-hmm.
and he'd be tugging on me, and I wouldn't let go of it, right? and then I'd make him stomp me, and then I'd go, and he'd punch me in the corner, and I'd cover up, and I'd make him punch me in the stomach to now I'm open again,
Mm-hmm.
And Shawn was very like old school, just wanted you to like flow with everything, He wanted you to sit there and take the chops in the corner, and he would chop me, and I would sort of like
Mm-hmm.
cower or cover up. And it wasn't because I was afraid of taking the chops. It was like that was and I remember Taker saying to me, keep doing that because it sets you
Mm-hmm.
apart. It's different, it's unique. And it was also something that Vince told us, like, why would you just stand there and take somebody's hitting you? Why would you just stand there?
Mm-hmm.
But Shawn would get frustrated with me. He's like, you're not working with me. You gotta work with me. And I remember, so we're in this match. We're in break because it's on Raw. So we got 3.5 minutes in break.
Mm-hmm.
When the commercial breaks occur, we got to still keep wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
So I've got him in the hold, and I had him in like a I had my legs wrapped around his waist, and I was like fucking like clawing at his face, not like lightly, right? I was
Mm-hmm.
just like making it look like I was pulling. And I remember he goes, "Get your hands out of my face! I breathe out of my face!" It's like in that moment, I was like, "Holy fuck, man!
Yeah.
Really?" And okay, so I stopped doing that, right? And then we come out, and now we're. Whenever you came out of a break, they wanted some action, so I'd be coming up out of the hold, and they'd they counted us in. So, all right, we're going to be back in 15 seconds. All right, 5, 4, 3. The ref would tell us this.
Mm-hmm.
As he's elbowing me, right? So we come back from break, and he gives me a shot to the stomach, and then he gives me another, and I chewed gum, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I remember, I had him in whatever hold, and he fucking gave me a shot, and I went, phew, and my gum spit out and landed like right here on his in his hair.
Oh, no.
Wow.
And so I'm like, you know how they say, like, if you pull it slowly, it'll get tangled. So I'm like, and I ripped it out. I just pulled it out, and you can actually. I did it so fast he didn't even notice it.
Wow.
And I don't think he felt
Impressive.
it. But a clump of hair came out, and King, even you can hear him say, "Oh my God, he just pulled a chunk of his finger out!" Like
He wasn't losing it. It was just you were pulling it out.
It's your fault.
so, yeah. So I'm in my head. I'm going like, I'm really in trouble when we come back from.
Wow.
And then we just had I remember we had a moment backstage where he's like, "Do you want to fight?" And I was like, "No, but we can if you'd like to."
Yeah.
And he goes,
Damn.
"Oh, well, oh, I'm sorry." And then he just like calmed down because it was in that moment, like he came back and he was like mad. He was like, "Do you want to fight for real?" And I was like, "No, but let's fucking go."
Mm-hmm.
And then that like kicked him out of it. And it was one of those moments where I was like, I gotta stand up for myself, like
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to be having this interaction, but
Yeah.
and it actually like I think he respected me more after that because of that interaction, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course. Do you think this is
We never really we never saw eye to eye.
you never clicked, so to speak?
But we never had like we never had disagreements or arguments or anything like that. We just didn't. He didn't like me. I didn't like him.
Do you think that
And unfortunately, him not liking me carries a lot more weight than me not liking him.
Yeah. Do you think
And
that's
there was a moment where Austin called me one day and he was like, "Kid, get the fuck out of there.
Mm-hmm.
Like, go to TNA." He goes, "Triple H hates your guts. Shawn Michaels hates your guts. John Cena hates your guts. Go to TNA. Get yourself over. Go to Japan. Do something. You can always come back, but get out of there right now. It's not a good spot for you."
That is unfortunate as hell. Like those are the three people you really don't want disliking you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And there's no
I
running
remember
to
thinking
SmackDown
like I
at that
couldn't
point.
figure out at the time I like why what
Mm-hmm.
did I do? Why is it that I'm on SmackDown? I get along with everybody. I get along with everybody in the locker room except for
Mhm.
those guys. Boy, what is it that it
Yeah.
fucked with me? It really, it was a mind fuck at the time.
Yeah. Do you think you like if you had the opportunity, would you have walked in between all three of them and gone like, "Can we just hash this out? Like whatever it is, can
Fucking
we just
go.
yeah, like
Fucking
whether
go,
it's
guys.
whether we fight or whether you just tell me what I've done, but can we
No,
get it? No.
I don't think it would have done any good.
No.
There was that I talked about this the thing with Umaga, right? Did we talk about that on our podcast, or was that a conversation that I had with Maven on Maven's podcast
Which
where Triple H buried me? I was in the ring.
yeah, we spoke
And I
about
came back and Umaga said like he was fucking burying you out there, right?
Yeah.
I remember I was like seething. I was so mad. I was like, we're gonna go talk. We're gonna have a talk. And Jericho was like, he saw me. He was like, "What's going on?" And I told him, and he was like, "Don't do it." And he talked me off the ledge. And I was like, and he said, "Think about it." He goes, "That guy has Sunday brunch at the McMahon house every Sunday. He has brunch at Vince's house. Don't do it." So,
Mm.
and I don't know. In hindsight, I kind of wish I would have just what's the problem? What's the issue?
Yeah.
Talk to me. Let's fix it.
Yeah. The fact that Chris Jericho actually cared about you enough to say, like, don't that speaks volumes because
Jericho was awesome. Like there was another thing too that at the time I was so frustrated because I'd come back through the curtain and I'd look for it right away. I'd look over at the boss looking for that thumbs up, and he would be like, every night, I'm like, fuck, what am I doing? And Jericho was the one that said he cares if he sees something in you, or he wouldn't say anything at all. And it's true. Like
Mm-hmm.
he wouldn't have even looked at me or told me that I wasn't doing what he wanted me to do.
Mm-hmm.
He would have just been like, next.
Yeah, totally. That's
So,
amazing. It's good to see that there were people on Raw actually looking out for you, that had your back, and probably, in fact, has gone on record to say that they've experienced the same kind of thing. So they're just watching you go through that same motion, going, "Don't fall into that trap." I mean, it's really
Yep.
nice. They say if you can leave the wrestling business with five friends and you count them on one hand, you're lucky. But I know that you've said previously that you've got more than that. You came into the wrestling business with more friends than you didn't, right?
Definitely. Yeah. I've heard people say that about
Mm-hmm.
I think I've heard Austin say he doesn't have a whole lot of like friends.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe I'm wrong. maybe but I feel like I have like tons of like great relationships, actual relationships with people in the business.
Mm-hmm.
People that
Speaks
I call
volume.
friends.
You know what?
Yeah.
I find it quite crazy that the advice was, well, that it had to be a leave and go to TNA. It's not like most other workplaces. There's a couple of guys in this office I don't vibe with. They don't like me. Move me to the other branch.
Mm-hmm.
But you couldn't do that, right? You couldn't go, send me back to SmackDown. Like, just
Yeah.
never your choice, right? You
Right.
no influence on that.
Yep.
Yeah.